the Twin Spin on the Saturday Night House Party from Flip Flop Live Radio. It's Andy Lucy along with you. Top of the hour here, and Steve Owens joins us now. Steve is on the air. Steve, welcome to Flip Flop Live.
Hey, Andy Lucy, how are you?
I'm doing well, my friend. You've been hard working today, haven't you?
Yeah, man. We just pulled back in. We left out before 7 this morning, and anyway, just back. So
yeah, well,
getting it done.
Yeah, that's right. Well, you and the guys. I know it's been tough for everybody with gigs getting canceled and everything, but you're fortunate that at least you do have a little time to. Well, you've got a lot of time to do your landscape and your farming, so you've been pretty busy.
Yeah. I'm very fortunate that we could still work, and we've been very busy. So very, very blessed in that respect. And some of the other guys in the band, not so much.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen the guys in the band now in however many weeks. I did see Brian, my drummer, a couple of weeks ago, and haven't seen any of the other guys, but we've talked, and, we're patiently waiting until things open back up. So.
Well, it's been it's just been a weird time, I mean, I don't know. I've said it on many times. I don't know any other word to explain it other than just weird, So.
Yeah, it is. It's just it's very unnerving and just unsettled time, and all the way around. And even though I've been busy and could work, and I feel fortunate, it's still just odd every day. It's just an odd feeling.
Yeah.
And so we're just trying to do the best we can like everybody else. And, but I think, too, I said early on that, I thought some good would come out of all this in some sort of way. And so maybe people realize some things that maybe they had forgotten were important. And, for myself, the song that I guess you're going to end up playing tonight was something that, for a change, I had time to sit down and write a song. And I, in the past, haven't been much of a writer, and actually took time to go record it. So, during this time, I call it the COVID sessions.
Yeah. Well, tell me how that came to be. I mean, like you said, you just said that you really haven't had time to write something. What kind of put this in your head? What got the wheels turning?
Well, it was Easter Sunday, and I did a Facebook Live and did like three songs Easter Sunday. Just me and the guitar, and later that morning, I started just these thoughts started coming about mothers and mamas in the South that we call mamas, and just different stories I've heard. Just the week before, one of the guys that helps me landscape, we were talking about something, and just out of the blue, he said, I don't know how my mama did it. He said my daddy worked, but he worked out of town, and he said my mama would work 12-hour shifts and still come home and take care of us, and she never gave up, and how many stories have we heard like that? My mother's father, grandfather on my mother's side, he died when my mom was 3 or 4, and I've heard my mom say many times she doesn't know how her mom did it, but they always find a way, and you know that as well, because I know you and your mom are real close.
Yeah.
And so anyway, all these thoughts started coming, and I was just writing notes and phrases and just putting them all in a hodgepodge on a piece of paper. And so later that night, I had a few minutes, and I sat down and put a song together. But the thing that most people, probably would think it would be something that Steve Owens and Summertime would play. But it's the furthest thing from that. Now, I'm not saying we may not figure out a way we could play it and do it justice, but those that really know me know I have an appreciation for any good music, especially good live music, bluegrass being one of them. And so this song really had that bluegrass sound. It's very slow, and so I called on Jason Moore, who's bass player with the group Sideline, and he had actually played acoustic bass on the Ray Charles song I did, Hallelujah, I Love Her So, a couple of years ago. And I knew that they weren't touring. They were actually in California touring when the virus kind of shut the end of their tour down. They had been gone like 3 weeks, and I said, "Hey, I've written this song. Do you think the rest of the guys would be willing to record for me?" And he said, "I feel sure they will. I'll check with them." And so, anyway, about a week and a half later, we were in the studio, and I had the very best of the best. As I said, they're all in a bluegrass group called Sideline, which won Song of the Year last year for a song called Thunder Dane. And they're all super, super great guys. Have played with everybody in the national bluegrass scene. And so we had a good time recording. We recorded it this past Tuesday was a week ago or 2 weeks ago. And so I'm pleased with how it turned out. And again, I had no idea that some of the beach music folks would want it. And once some of them found out, I've gotten some emails and messages, and I'm sending it out. But it's just a very simple song about the love of Mama.
Well, I tell you, the first time that I heard it, I did not have dry eyes when I finished it. So it is. It's a very emotional song. So, folks, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, if you have the Kleenexes, if you need some, you might want to go ahead and get them, because this is just a beautiful song. The harmonies are. I mean, Steve, this is absolutely one of the best songs that I have heard in at least a year. Really, it is. I mean, this is by far one of the best that I think I've heard by a regional local artist.
Well, I appreciate it. Like I said, I just sit down and just, the thoughts came. And in the past, I've never been much of a writer, but I have a tendency, anything I record, which, we end up reworking older songs and that sort of thing, but I still pick stuff to death 3 or 4 years after I've recorded if I hear myself singing it, thinking, well, I should have done this and I should have done this. And I do the same thing to this song, but I felt good enough about it that night, that very night is when I started calling the folks and saying, "Hey, will y'all come in and help me record this?" And all the guys, once they heard it, they said, "This song is about the lyrics, and we need to keep the music to a minimum to accompany those lyrics." And Skip Cherry Holmes pretty much produced it for me. He had a family group with his siblings and his mom and dad. They were national act in bluegrass for many years, and when they decided to come off the road, he actually married a banjo player's daughter from Garner, North Carolina, and that's kind of how Sideline came about. And like I said, just great guys. And but I appreciate you playing this song, and I appreciate folks listening. I'm trying to attempt to post it on Facebook. I have a video that Michelle, that does our social media stuff for Steve Owens and Summertime, had done for me, but I haven't had good enough service today to make it happen, so I'm still trying to do that. But if folks hear it and like it, see it on Facebook, if they'll share it, I'd appreciate it. And,
absolutely, and we'll make sure we get the word out on Flip Flop Live. And once you get that settled, if you need any help from JJ or I, just send us a text, and we'll do what we can do to help you out. So we will get the word out.
Played on Flip Flop Live, won't it?
Yes, sir. It's going to play right now. We're gonna make its Flip Flop Live debut right now. Well, Steve Owens. This is an original composition, and again, the group that accompanies you is a group called Sideline.
That's right. Yeah.
Sideline. Okay. All right. So we're gonna make its Flip Flop Live debut. This is Steve Owens and Sideline, and that's the love of a mama.
She carried you for 9 months, loved you before you were born. Kept you fed and kept you dry, and held you when you'd cry. You know that's the love of a mama. She washes clothes and cooks and cleans, not a negative word it seems. She's tired, but she pushes on through. Let's brush your teeth and comb your hair. I'll find you something to wear. You know that's the love of a mama. There's nothing like the love of mama. She'll have your back when no one else will. There's nothing like the love of mama. Day or night, through thick and thin, she'll be right where she's always been. By your side you can depend on mama. There were four, now there are only three. Mama's on her own these days, but she steps up and gives it all she has. Those ball games where she shouts and screams, she's so proud of your moment of fame. That's the love of a mama. All grown up now and on your own, it seems her work is done, but she prays for you. That's the love of a mama. There's nothing like the love of a mama. She'll have your back when no one else will. Nothing like the love of mama. Day or night, through thick and thin, she'll be right where she's always been. By your side you can depend. It's unconditional, always predictable. Nothing like the love of a mama.